wanted to share with you or understand with you, from you, anything that maybe we didn't discuss yesterday that you think I may want to know.
Like I said, we're gonna have when we have another rainfall, we're gonna have the inspector come out and
a heavy rainfall, not the everyday stuff. And that's the only logical place I could think where it came from. But it was only after the torrential rain came down, not a regular everyday type rain.
All right, so when the torrential rainfall came, tell me where you observed it.
I didn't observe it. This was from past history. We had the window awning redone because it's like a bay window, I think.
We had the flashing done.
The flashing done.
The flashing done.
But that's the only logical place I could think where it came from, because we went through that last year. And unfortunately, the tenant took us to court for
But what about my money?
What money?
My money.
What money?
And we were trying to get it rectified, but he wouldn't let nobody in the house. So all this work was done outside.
He wouldn't let any contractors in.
None shall pass. What? None shall pass.
You shall not pass!
He complained and complained. And then when we respond, he would decline and refuse to allow the contractors to come in to assess as well as perform the work. So he failed on that department, and we were held liable as the landlords. We were in the wrong because of his actions.
Okay. Yeah, to get it repaired. He claims we sent too many repairmen, but we had to get quotes, and we had to have the right repair people to do the right job. Unfortunately, nobody was able to really correct the issues.
No one was able to address the root cause. They were looking at symptoms.
Yeah, they were trying to circumvent the problem.
All right, well, let's see what we can figure out with that. All right, so thank you for bringing my awareness to that. And sounds like a challenging situation. I can understand why you want to sell. Certainly don't want to be in that situation again. Let me ask you, Candice, you mentioned that you were going to have a conversation with your current agent. Is that correct? Did you have that conversation?
She's supposed to come by tonight to drop off the estimate of sale report. She said that she tallied up some estimated prices. I gave her 3 prices that I would like to look at, to address. I told her between
and nothing below.
I don't want to go below. We're currently at, we haven't advertised it.
And this is the 3rd time we changed the price.
And this is the 3rd time we changed the price because she kept telling us to lower, lower, lower. Well, if we lower any more, we won't have any money to pay off the flooring that we did. We put new flooring in. The painting, we did all the painting. You know the painter, his name is Neri Ramos. He said that house should have sold by now, so he reached out to me and told me that I should contact you. Lo and behold, you were already in my phone because you came to our primary residence when we put this house for sale.
I'm the dude, so that's what you call me.
Let's take a look at some data if we could. Would that be okay?
Yes.
So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the information that will be useful to you. All right, so there's the photos. I'm going to go through some information here with you. Tax record. Give me just one moment. This will all populate here shortly.
6.5 hours later.
Now, you said the tax record has my and not my That's right?
Yes, that's correct.
So who do I go to correct that?
The tax county office.
The tax county
office.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to correct it, but I would say, when we go through the title work and everything, it's not going to be important for you to really do anything. The title company will handle all that for you.
Okay.
All right. See, while this populates, can you see my screen?
I can see it, but I can't read the IMG. Is that IMG for the image?
Yeah, that's just still populating. That's going to be the photographs here in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just sort of I just want to make sure you can see it. Yeah, so you can see. While those things populate, I'd like to go ahead and go through and talk to you a little bit about the market, talk to you about what's going on in the marketplace. So here's the tax record, by the way. And so you can see, because you're asking about the way that the tax record's set up, you got Colette Murray Perry. So that's not really a big issue. We can clarify that when we go through the process. So what I want to start off with here is the zip code. What you can see is that the inventory, if you take a look over on the right-hand side underneath my head, right below where I'm pointing,
Yes.
It says inventory. Okay. Here it says July 2022.
And right here it says,
Sorry, June. Yeah, June, and then June 2021. Excuse me.
Hey, what?
What's happening?
Excuse me.
All right, and so what you can see is that we're comparing year over year, and essentially little change. All right, so 133 homes went on the market this year. 138 homes went on the market last year. 66 remain on the market, and 63 remain on the market the same period of time last year.
I don't know what that means.
No, this is the first I've heard of it.
So that's a little bit of a change, but something to notate here is the sales. So there's 27% almost less sales this year than last year for volume. Okay, so you can see last year they sold 62 million, and this year about 46 million.
Okay.
And then so the average sold price has increased pretty dramatically, and then your average days on the market 7, right? So you're well past 7 days.
Yes.
And so what that would indicate is we may have to take a look at the pricing, but what I'd pose to you is let me go through and show you some data, and then and you guys can make best sense of it. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right. So right now we have you listed at 690. And again, any conversation that I'm having with you right now is for the purposes of when you're no longer represented by an agent in the future, and for the services we can provide when you don't have representation. I will be here. The valuation we're looking at is considering an improved property at around 680.
Hold on one second. See if I can change this. Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sounds better now.
All right, okay, that sounds better. Okay, good. All right, so 680 is from First American. And First American is they are a vendor who, when Bank of America loans you money,
Really?
on the secondary mortgage market, they're going to hire First American, and First American is going to give you a rough valuation for Bank of America when they sell the loan on the secondary mortgage market. So they're saying, which is consistent with your pricing. However, what they're not considering is the conditions and like apples to apples comparison. I've got another valuation here from a resource that I subscribe to that's even higher. And what this is really good at doing is this is really good at providing you with where we are in the value and where we're going. And so what you can see is the orange line right below my head here is the line that represents the value of your property. You've increased really since the beginning of the pandemic. So the beginning of the pandemic is right about where my arrow is there. And then the price is towards the end of 2020 began to rise rather dramatically all the way up until very recently.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
If you're finding value in the video you're watching today and you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. If you don't want to subscribe, no worries. But either way, I hope you're enjoying the show and that you're getting value from it.
And now where we are is we are at a plateau with a little bit of a decline.
What? Oh, come on, man.
And so we expect that that's going to continue, that's pretty much where we're at in the marketplace, because interest rates today are about an average of a little bit less than 5.5%. January of 2021. So if you going back to literally right here when this appreciation started, right before that appreciation started, the average interest rates were less than 2.5. So from 2.5 to 5.5, and they crested 6% for the first time in many, many years about 3 weeks ago, and they've come back down to the lower 5s or mid 5s, which is all good news. Which means that the interest rates it's going to just really depend on what happens with the inflation. If inflation continues to rise, then the interest rates will continue to rise because the government's intending to be able to manage that. That's the scenario that we find ourselves in. And what that means to you is that if you've not sold it at the price that you're currently intending to sell it at, it's likely that you're not going to be able to moving forward unless if you make an adjustment to the price.
That's pretty interesting.
All right. And so then it's sitting there saying, well, what does that mean? And then if you consider what does that mean, then you would then take a look at prices of properties here in the neighborhood. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically show you like an apples to apples comparison. So first, we take a look at your property. There's a total of 4 bedrooms, 2 full bath, and I think you said 2 half baths. Is that correct?
1 half bath.
Okay, so your tax record says that. And so then you're looking at, all right, so 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and you're looking at a total of 3,720 square feet. See that there?
Yeah.
Do we count the den as a bedroom, or you don't? It has a window in it.
Yeah, well, the tax record's including 4.
Okay. Yeah, 4 bedrooms, but I'm asking about the living room, family room, and the den. I'm asking about the other rooms.
Yeah, they're included in the square footage here.
Okay.
They're not included in the bedrooms here.
Okay, got you. I understand. I just want to be sure.
Sure. No, I appreciate that. I appreciate making sure that we have certainty. So now the challenge that I want to do is before we look at these other homes is understand that the square footage here is almost never correct in the tax record. So I'm not going to pay a lot of attention to that when we look at the other properties because the odds are it's not correct. What I'm paying more attention to is the bedrooms and baths. All right, because what we want to do is we want to look at accurate data, apples to apples.
4 bedrooms is correct and 2.5 baths is correct.
Sure. Okay. Great.
Oh, cool. Cool. No doubt.